It's Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball on 97.9 FM. The Source brought to you by Action Automotive, Tax Pros and more. We Wonders Childcare, Brevard Heating and Cooling, the Marys County Bank, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert and Richland, Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Holland of Richland and John Gregory of Crocker, Paul's Furniture, St. Robert Auto Supply, the Bank of Crocker, Domino's Pizza, along with Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Post Pond, Ed Morris Ford, Life Care Center, and Crawford Heating and Cooling. Let's hoop it up with your Waynesville Tigers and Lady Tigers.
And a very good evening to you and yours here at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium, where we are 12 minutes away from opening tip, our final game of the week, a boys varsity contest, which will see the Waynesville Tigers match up against the Rolla Bulldogs. Connor Harbin here with you tonight, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here for this one. This one promises to be a very fun matchup, a rare rematch. You don't normally see teams twice in a year, but this is a rematch for the Waynesville Tigers as they try to get over the hump and try to defeat a state-ranked Rolla team that comes into this game with just 4 losses on the years. Of course, we got plenty of time to talk about all of that, but again, this is the final game of the week. One more week of regular season coverage for us next week. What a way to go on out here for this week, as we've had some close games all week, with Waynesville somehow coming up short in all 3 thus far. Hopefully this time it will be a little bit better here tonight. Already a good crowd on hand, as you might expect when you get a matchup between 2 teams so close together. Could be the last time that these 2 teams see each other for quite some time. I mentioned this yesterday during the girls' game, but with both teams going their separate ways, Waynesville going to the COC conference next season, Rolla, they're electing to go independent. Well, who knows when you might see Rolla once again. I have some thoughts on that. I'll save the rant for another day. High school athletics, it's just a wacky, wacky world sometimes, but we are maybe potentially looking at the last matchup between these 2 squads. Earlier, I mentioned that this is, in fact, a rematch here today, and despite the 2 teams kind of having different kinds of seasons, obviously, Rolla, they are 18-4 on the year. Waynesville is currently sitting at 9-13 on the year after that loss earlier in the week to West Plains. The last time these 2 teams met, it was, couldn't decide a winner until the very end of the contest. Unfortunately, Waynesville did eventually fall by 3. Final score in that first game, 34-31. One of Waynesville's lowest scoring games of the season. In fact, if you take it by total points, doing some quick math here, of course, Waynesville defeated Bolivar earlier in the season, 38-27. You add those 2 numbers together, you get 65. You add 34 and 31, you get 65. So that was, in fact, tied for the lowest scoring game that Waynesville's had here this season. Will it play out like that? I'm not quite sure. Obviously, when you get a team the second time around, you might change some things up to try to throw off the opposing squad. Will Rolla try to push the tempo? Will they try to break out of the Waynesville system? Or will Waynesville maybe push the tempo or a little bit? Or will they see the success they had the first time around in kind of limiting this Rolla offense and try to maybe kind of slow it down even more? There's lots of questions here to ask for this one, but I am very, very excited, if you couldn't tell. I got all kinds of stuff going on in my head right there. All different kinds of ways this game could go here tonight. Of course, Waynesville, they have been on a bit of a skid here. They've lost 3 in a row now. Lost to West Plains back on Tuesday. Final score in that one, 48-42. Back on Friday last week, lost 52-27 here at home against Hillcrest. And then that loss to Camdenton in overtime last Tuesday. Rolla comes in, winners of their last contest. They defeated that Bolivar squad 78-52, but they had 2 losses in a row right before that. Waynesville's opponents next week in Parkview and Lebanon. The Vikings defeated the Vikings defeated Rolla by 15, 52-37, and the Yellow Jackets, who we will see on Tuesday, they defeated Rolla 58-56. So Rolla is 3-2 in their last 5, and again, Waynesville, they are 1-4 in their last 5. Let's go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, we'll go over some more numbers here for you. We'll even take a look a little bit into the numbers from the last game. We were not there. We were obviously covering the Iberia tournament at that time, so we were not at the St. James tournament where these 2 teams met. But we can at least take a look at a few of those numbers and kind of do a little bit of analysis on it as much as we can. So let's come back in a couple minutes. We'll talk more pregame here at the final game of the week. The Waynesville Tigers playing host to the Rolla Bulldogs. You're listening to Tiger Basketball here on 97.9 The Source.
Mechanic. Oh, yeah, the blue sedan. Yeah, you brought that in when? Like 2 days ago? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of my best men on it now. Hey, Ronnie, turn up the tunes and pass the nachos. Work time was yesterday.
Your life can't wait. That's why here at Action Automotive of St. Robert, we take time to walk you through what's going on with your vehicle and come up with an affordable solution. From engine overhauls to oil changes, Action Automotive of St. Robert has you covered. Action Automotive St. Robert.
Tax Pros and More, with locations in St. Robert, Richland, Lebanon, and Jefferson City, offers everything you need to start your brand new business. Don't be afraid of being a sole proprietorship and starting your own company, because you can always grow and hire later. The experts at Tax Pro and More are here to help answer any questions and make the transition extra smooth. Tax Pros and More also specializes in tax return filing, planning, bookkeeping, and financial statement analysis for your business, as well as other payroll services. Call us today and we can help. 573-451-2229.
Are you looking for a child care facility that believes each child needs and deserves a safe place to grow and learn? A Department of Education preschool and is a state-approved child care? Then We Wonders Daycare in Waynesville is for your child or children. They provide all those services, as well as the peace of mind you'll get knowing your little ones are receiving a solid foundation for success in school and life. Call for openings at 573-774-2492. We Wonders Child Care Development Center in Waynesville at 1702 Long Drive. Make sure you are comfortable this winter. Rivard Heating and Cooling is your American Standard heating and cooling company, which offers quiet technology and lasting dependability and is the leader in high-performance systems. Rivard Heating and Cooling is happy and able to service other brands, too. Rivard Heating and Cooling. They're not comfortable until you are. Call today, 417-531-3551.
And again, back here once more at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium. We are just under 6 minutes away from opening tip tonight's varsity boys contest. The Waynesville Tigers, they play host to the Rolla Bulldogs. Again, Connor Harbert here with you tonight, 97.9 The Source. Before we went to break, I promised you we'd take a look a little more at the numbers here tonight. And first, we'll take a look at the season numbers before we dive on into the last matchup between these two teams. Waynesville 9-13 on the year. They are 4-2 here at home. They're 1-2 on the road, 4-9 in neutral and tourney games here this season. They're averaging 42 points a game here this season. That is one of the lowest totals in Class 6 in Missouri this year. Also one of the lowest totals, though, is the points allowed on the year. Waynesville only allowing 45.3 points a game here this season. So, again, not so good you're on the bottom of one chart, but also good that you're on bottom of the other chart there as well. Waynesville just does not play high-scoring games, and of course, that's just the style. That's just the way Coach Pills likes it. Now, Rolla, they are 18-4 on the year, 8-2 at home, 5-1 on the road, 5-1 in neutral and tourney games. They're averaging 65.3 points a game. That is one of the highest totals in Class 5. Like I said, I think it was during the West Plains girls game. I had a lot of fun with some charts on Wednesday. So actually, it would have been Thursday's game. It would have been literally yesterday. I had some fun with those charts and found out Rolla is one of the highest scoring teams in Class 5, and they allow 51.4 points a game here this season, which is actually about mid-tier in Class 5. Common opponents, we've got a lot of them. Both teams beat Blair Oaks this season. Both teams beat Bolivar. Differing results against Camdenton. Waynesville lost in overtime. Rolla won by 14. Yet to get that game, Waynesville versus Glendale. Yet to see Rolla take on Hillcrest. Both teams did lose to Kickapoo here this season. Waynesville lost by 19. Rolla lost by 7. No commonality between Lebanon and Parkview yet. We'll obviously see those teams next week. Both teams defeated St. Pius X. Believe that was actually at the Rolla Holiday Tournament. Both teams winning big. And, of course, Waynesville defeating the Warriors of St. Pius twice this year. Waynesville lost to Warrensburg by 8. Rolla defeated Warrensburg by 17. And we're still waiting on Rolla to play West Plains here this season. Over the last 25 matchups, over the last 16 years, Waynesville is 10-15 against Rolla. They are 2-1 on the season. Yep, they are 2-1 in postseason play, by the way. And, of course, last time these two teams met, it was a 34-31 Rolla win. The game before that, you might remember, a very exciting game last year. It was Waynesville winning in Rolla 65-54. I believe that was the last win of their season before kind of crashing out in postseason play. So ultimately a good final win to end your season on. Earlier, I alluded to the fact that I do have some numbers from that previous matchup. Again, 34-31. It was a non-conference matchup, as in it doesn't really count for the conference records, but it was at the St. James Invitational. Waynesville trailed early in the game, but they were able to bring it on back in the second quarter. They trailed by 3 at the half, 21-18. They tied that third quarter, and then they also tied the fourth quarter as well. So it was really a one bad quarter kind of scenario for Waynesville. They fell behind early and just kind of trailed the rest of the way. Now, there are some typos in this email. Coach Pills, 31 Waynesville points. I added them up there, ended up getting 37 there, so these numbers aren't necessarily certain, but depending on who's who, well, you could look for your 3 scores. Cody Black, Rayshawn Fowler, Ethan Esquera. I think despite the numbers, no matter what the numbers are, those are guys who have really kind of stepped up as your guys this season to score. Esquera coming off of a very good game against West Plains the other night, playing against a D1 post player, came through for 18 points there in that game, actually 19 points in that game for Esquera. Now if we can get Black and Fowler to step up once more, those two kind of struggled against West Plains, we might be in a very good spot. But of course, Rolla, they have one of the best players in the state this year. That, of course, that would be Ethan Brown. He is a 6'4 sophomore. He's really a guy who can play both ways. He does play at the guard position, so very tough dude to stop here. And of course, he had 16 of Rolla's 34 there in that game. Other scores you can expect: Jensen Thomas had 3 in that first matchup. It was Cooper Gideon, I believe. Nope, I believe there's a Cooper somewhere. Cameron Cooper, yep. Actually, Cameron Cooper. He actually picked up 6 points in that game. Nick Shelton picked up 3. John Papadakos picked up 4. And then you also had Joe Foster picking up 2 as well. So obviously low-scoring game. You're not going to get too many high numbers. But again, Ethan Brown is the name you want to listen for here tonight. He is undoubtedly the Rolla boys' best player here this season. So which way will the winds blow this time round? Hopefully they'll blow Waynesville's way, but we'll find out here in a few moments. We got the national anthem. We'll come back in time for your starting lineups. You're listening to Tiger Basketball right here on 97.9 The Source.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Or come see me, John Gregory, in Crocker.
This is Richard at Paul's Furniture. If you're looking for a huge selection of name brand furniture like Ashley, FlexSteel, Bedcraft, we've got it all in stock and ready to go at the very best prices that you can. And on top of that, we're going to give you 12 months, same as cash financing. We're going to give you your free delivery. We're going to do whatever it takes to earn your business at Paul's Furniture. That's what's made us the #1 furniture store in Pulaski and Phelps County for the last 30 years. Come to Paul's Furniture for the best furniture at the best prices.
National anthem done and dusted here at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium. Let's go and get your starting lineups. First and foremost for the Rolla Bulldogs here tonight. First one out on the floor, that'll be a 6'2 senior in Cameron Cooper. He'll get the start here tonight. He'll be joined out there, looks like, by a 5'11 senior. That'll be Nick Shelton. Next one out on the floor here for the Bulldogs, that will be a 6' junior. That will be John Papadakos. Add that to the book. Great name for Papadakos, but also how about the 6'4 sophomore forward in Easton Smith. Finally, rounding out the starting lineup here, that'll be another 6'4 sophomore. Sophomore class kind of blessed with a little bit of height here for Rolla, but that'll be, again, Ethan Brown. He is your one to watch here tonight. Had 16 in the game against Waynesville. Now let's go and take a look at the lineup here for the Waynesville Tigers. Tonight looks like it will be first one on the floor. That will be your 5'11 sophomore in Cody Black. Again, as always, we'll look for him to work from outside. Also has a nice drive game as well when need be. But also getting the start will be your 6'1 senior in Tyrell Finn. Next one out there as well will be the 6'1 senior. Jaden Cruz gets the start here in this one. He had himself a big fourth quarter in the game against West Plains. That effort, that comeback effort. And how about also out there, Ethan Esquera, 6'5 junior. And 19 points against West Plains. Finally, rounding up the starting lineup, that will be the 6' senior. It'll be Rayshawn Fowler. The Waynesville boys, they're coached by Chris Pills, assisted by Bill Brown and Rick Sapanzik. And the Rolla Bulldogs are coached by Mark Miller and assisted by Josh Vineyard, Mike Miller, and Shannon Snitker as well. So, for Waynesville, Black, Finn, Cruz, Fowler, Esquera. For Rolla, you'll have Cooper, Shelton, Papadakos, Smith, and Brown. Again, Connor Harbert here with you tonight, 97.9 The Source. Very glad you could join me here for this one. It's going to be Cruz to jump here for Waynesville. Ethan Brown to jump for Rolla. Opening tip is won by the Bulldogs. It'll be Brown who comes across half court. Again, Brown 6'4", tallest player on the floor for Rolla, but he'll handle the point guard duties. Gets the ball, left side layup, whistle, foul. And just 10 seconds in, we're already heading to the line shooting two. Waynesville picks up a quick foul here. First foul called on Tyrell Finn. First free throws up and away for Brown. Good. That'll be how we open up the scoring here tonight. 1-0 Rolla. JV narrowly lost here tonight to Rolla. Almost came back from 25 down. Wild, wild game, but Waynesville ended up falling just a little bit short. Second free throw also good. 2-0 our score. Again, 15 seconds into the first. Bit of a full court press shown by Rolla, but they'll now back off. Finn crosses half court. He'll toss it off here to Fowler. Trying to get the trap off. Not going to get it there. Not going to get it on Black either. Ball comes inside here to Finn. Finn looking to post up on Papadakos. Hook shot, fading toward his left, missed it. Rebounded by Rolla. Coming across half court, again, Cameron Cooper kicks it out to the corner. Wide open three for Papadakos. Left it short off the front of the rim. Rebounded, though, offensively here by Rolla. They'll put it back up and in. That was Easton Smith who came through for two. And it's a quick 4-0 lead here for Waynesville. Remember, it was the first quarter in the previous meeting between these two teams that kind of doomed Waynesville. Fell behind early, and we're now able to bring it back in. Here's Fowler to the left elbow. Nice dump inside to Esquera for two. Nice catch, nice vision, and of course a nice finish there for Esquera. Back to two now, 4-2. Jump shot, right elbow here for Brown. Missed it, rebounded though here by Smith, and he'll put it back up and in. Smith, 4 points now, both off of offensive rebounds, 6-2. Just a minute 20 here into this one. Getting started just a little bit before the top of the hour. Black will hand it off to Fowler here, trapped in the corner. Gonna leap, throws it across the floor over to Black. Black to the corner, here's left side Cruz. Middle of the lane to Finn. They'll dump it off to Esquera once more. Esquera trying to post up here on Smith, didn't have it. He'll throw it back out to the wing here to Fowler. Fowler on over to the corner again, Black. Black gonna re-enter it to the post, here's Esquera. Esquera back to the basket, hands it off to Fowler. Fowler lost the dribble. Turnover, Rolla ball. For Fowler to have a big night here tonight. Didn't really light up the scoring books against West Plains. Very un-Fowler-esque, as we've come to expect from him. Had just 6 against the Zizzers. Will need his scoring tonight. As it stands, 6-2. Jump shot, that's going to be Smith on the shot, no good. Another offensive rebound for Rolla. Top of the key three for Papadakos, no good. Off the backboard left side, but another offensive rebound here for Smith. Already starting to become a problem here for Waynesville. On the left wing now, it is going to be with Nick Shelton. Top of the key here, Cooper. Rolla will now reset to the corner. Here's a three-pointer for Shelton off the left side of the rim. Another offensive rebound, shot up, no good. Finally, Esquera will get the rebound. 5 offensive rebounds, but somehow Waynesville will keep points off the board. Got lucky that time, I'd say, but here's Finn with it on the right sideline. Sometimes better to be lucky than good, I suppose. Esquera finally getting the box out and bringing it down. I will say it is very tough. Rolla's very big. Here's a ball tipped into the backcourt we go. Open layup here for Brown, good. Well, it doesn't matter in the end. Lazy pass to the wing gets cut off and adds another Rolla too. Finn off to Black, across the half court to the right wing, into the corner now. Leaps, throws it back up the floor here to Finn. Top of the key, Cruz. Cruz to his right, throws it off to the corner to Black. Gets it right back to Finn, looking for the backdoor cut. Nice pass there from Finn. Fowler missed the shot underneath though. Ball's loose, picked back up by Fowler. Fowler gonna look to redrive here. He'll throw up the shot on the left block, and it's good for 2. Tyrell Finn with a bullet that found its way between 3 Rolla players. Fowler missed the shot, but did get the ball back and was able to finish from there. Three-pointer Papadakis, right wing, no good. Rebounded by Esquera. 8-4 our score, almost already halfway through this first quarter. We'll get our first sub in a moment. Omar Gonzalez will check in here for Waynesville. We'll get a Rolla sub as well. Fowler will kick it off to the corner. Quick release here for Cody Black. Missed it off the rim, and it's rebounded by Cooper. Cooper will toss it off here to Brown. Going to be guarded by Finn. Waynesville in the looks to be a man-to-man. They'll fight through the screen. Here's Cooper on the left wing. Trips, falls, passes it in the hands of Black. Black runs into Brown. We'll get a whistle and a foul called on Brown. Cruz will continue to play, put it through the hoop, but the foul was called on the floor here. Brown picks up his first personal, team first foul. So Omar Gonzalez enters the game. He replaces Esquera. Joe Foster will check in here for Rolla. Believe he replaced Cooper. Here's Fowler, top of the key, moving toward the left wing. Gonzalez gets it back. Rolla 2-3 zone, looks like. Fowler takes it to the free throw line. Right wing Black, top of the key, Finn. Finn on over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets a screen from Finn, moves toward his right, center of the floor. Dribbles around for a bit to Finn. Tries to get it to the left wing over to Black, but it's tipped out of bounds. We'll stay here with Waynesville. Again, 8-4 is our score. 3:22 left to go in the first. As Black gets set to inbound here from the sideline. He'll throw it into the backcourt for Gonzalez to handle. Now they'll hand it off to Fowler. And Fowler bring it across half court. Top of the key here. Moves to the right elbow to the corner Gonzalez. Inside on now over to Cruz. Tries to get it back out to the wing, but the ball is stolen away. Stolen by Brown. Brown, stutter step, drives through on Finn, is fouled. He'll head to the line shooting 2. So Tyrell Finn will pick up the foul, his second personal. Second team foul here as well. As Brown heads to the line for the second time tonight, does hit the first. Ethan Esquera back into the ball game here, going to replace Cruz. So they're going to leave Finn out there for now. Again, even with those 2 personals. Second free throw here for Brown, also good. Brown now a perfect 4 for 4. He's got 6, and it's a 6-point game. 10-4 with 3 minutes left to go in the first. Another sub incoming here for Rolla. Fowler cuts back toward his left. Picks up the dribble to Gonzalez, who will bring it to the left wing. Fowler now. Fowler has it stripped. Ball's loose on the floor. Gonzalez there to pick it back up. He'll pass it on over to Fowler. Fowler to the right wing, into the corner, Black. Black going inside to Esquera. Esquera looking to work inside. Throws it off the back of the rim, gets the hop, and it falls for 2 more. Esquera now with 4 points tonight, 10-6. Here's a three-pointer back the other way. Cameron Cooper, who checked back in, missed the three-pointer. Rebounded by Esquera. Here comes Fowler up the left sideline. Going to take his time as he crosses. Now going to bring it to the free throw line. Inside the lane now. Back out to the wing. Here's Black. To his left. Off to Gonzalez. Back to Black. Back to Gonzalez. And back to Black again. Just looking for that pass inside, not finding it. Instead, they'll swing it back around the perimeter now. Gonzalez again moves toward the left wing here. Still guarded here by, again, Joe Foster. Have to get away to beat the 5 count. Does. Under 2 to go now in the first. Gonzalez gets around the attempted steal to Finn. Left wing, Black now with it. And again to Esquera. Esquera pump fake. Back to the wing here, Black. Possession's been a long one here, going on 45 seconds now. But these are the things that Waynesville sometimes will have to do. Again, a high-energy team like Rolla, Waynesville's going to try to slow it down as much as possible. And as always, I'll add that caveat. I don't necessarily endorse it, but I do understand it. It is just one of those things that you do. Gonzalez here beyond the volleyball line. 1:05 now left to go in the quarter. Here's Black now. Black off to Finn. Finn fakes the pass one way, goes off to Gonzalez, back to Finn again. Under a minute to go here in the first. On to Fowler. Fowler going to be guarded here by Brown. Need to at least protect the basketball here if you're going to do this. If Waynesville's going to look for the final shot of the quarter. Finn, left sideline to Black. Black will throw it off to Fowler. Now 40 seconds left to go. Gonzalez now. Now they'll pass it inside to Fowler. Left wing over to Finn. Finn giving plenty of space. Not really the shooter. Now over to Fowler. Fowler's going to shoot from the free throw line. Good. They lulled Rolla into a false sense of security there. Fowler just left basically by himself at the free throw line and puts it in. But Rolla's back on the attack here. Now a 2-point game again. 10-8. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Brown guarded by Fowler. Screen coming. Brown going to go to his left. Off to the corner. Joe Foster for 3. Got it. Help defense didn't arrive in time. Foster hits the 3. Still 5 seconds to work with, though. Here comes Fowler. Dribbles through. Nice pass to Gonzalez, but it's blocked from behind. Picks it back up. Does he get the shot off in time? He does, but he misses. And it's a 5-point game at the break. So after one, Waynesville trails by 5 here to Rolla. 13-8 is your score. We're back in 60. You're listening to, actually, we're back in 30. You're listening to Tiger Basketball here on 97.9 The Source.
Get the good stuff 7 days a week at your Napa Parts store. St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue. And get the Napa know-how. Wintertime driving is tough. You don't want to wait to get caught off guard. That old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, certainly applies to wintertime driving. Napa batteries, windshield wipers, jumper cables, battery chargers, all the good stuff to keep your vehicle looking and running its best is what you'll find at your Napa Parts store. St. Robert Auto Supply open 7 days a week just off Missouri Avenue.
Entering the second quarter here at Waynesville High School, 13-8 is your score. Rolla getting the last laugh in the quarter, a corner 3 from Joe Foster to give the Bulldogs a 5-point lead. And of course, Waynesville, they've played the game mostly at their pace. A 2-minute possession there at the end of the first. Rolla not necessarily getting out and guarding, just letting Waynesville kind of drain that clock away. So we'll see if that continues on here in the second quarter or if we get a higher pace here. We're all going to come out with their starting lineup.
The Tigers have the basketball and begin the
Starting lineup plus Joe Foster also out there, Jensen Thomas as well. Waynesville has adopted a bit of a smaller roster here later on in the season. It'll be their starters plus Omar Gonzalez. Jaden Cruz will start the quarter here on the bench for Waynesville. Connor Harbert again, 97.9 The Source. Here's Fowler on the drive, out to the left wing. Cody Black looking for 3, got it! Great start to the quarter here for Waynesville. Cody Black, his first field goal of the night. And the lead's 2 again, 13-11. Here's a deep 3 back the other way from Brown. Missed it, rebounded by Fowler. Brown looking from the volleyball line there. Kind of looking for a statement play, didn't have it. Waynesville a chance to tie or take the lead here in the second. Here's Fowler going to the left elbow. Looking to drive here on Thomas, gets underneath the basket, goes to the right block. Esquera blocked from behind, but a foul's called. And we're heading to the line shooting 2. Where's the foul going to come in? It's going to be picked up by Ethan Brown, who picks up his second. And again, it's Esquera at the line. Esquera hits the first. I said that before it went in, but he does. 5 points now, so we get a whistle. Substitution incoming. Coming in here, it'll actually be, player didn't write down before, he played in the JV game. That'll be Tyler Litz, who actually checks in here for Brown. Second free throw also good here for Esquera. We're tied back up here at 13 apiece. 5-0 run here in the first minute of the second quarter for Waynesville. On the right wing. They'll pass it back out to the corner. Right on back here, three-pointer, 4. That's Nick Shelton. Missed it off the rim, rebounded by Black. Foster tried to tip it away into the hands of another Rolla player, but Black was there instead. So Waynesville will see if they can take their first lead of the game here. Again, fell behind early, but have slowly brought their way back into this one. Double screen, Fowler looking to drive all the way through. Underhanded layup off the front of the rim, no good. Esquera picks it back up, tries to put it in, missed it. Ball out of bounds on the rebound. And it will stay with Waynesville. Waynesville might have been better served there. Esquera coming down with it and then trying to take it back up, try to tip it back in. But still in possession of the basketball here as Gonzalez takes it toward the top of the key. Again, we're in the second quarter tonight. This ball game's about 15 minutes old. We had a pretty quick first quarter. That's been the case largely this season. Quick games with the new foul rules. Less 1-and-1s. Less free throws in general. Here's Gonzalez driving toward his left to the elbow. Hands it off to Black. Black floater through the middle of the lane. Good. Waynesville out in front. 15-13 now for Waynesville. So again, it's a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Here is Shelton in the corner. One dribble. We'll throw it back out to the wing to the right side. Litz. Waynesville 2-3 zone. Trying to go inside the middle of the lane. Foster has it. Out to Litz for a right wing 3. Left it short. Rebounded by Gonzalez. Gonzalez will pass it on back to Fowler here, and Fowler will have Fowler and the rest of the Waynesville offense, I should say, will have a chance to continue this long run. Again, 7-0 run since the start of the second quarter. Waynesville going to dribble it around half court here. Rolla looks like they've shifted back into a zone themselves. Tyrell Finn on the right elbow, over now to Fowler. Fowler to Black, top of the key, Finn. Finn over to Gonzalez on the left wing. Gonzalez, a couple dribbles to his right. Now going inside the middle of the lane. Finn, going to be swarmed, throws up the shot. Back of the rim, no good. Still popping around, but eventually rebound by Shelton. Finn coming up empty there on the shot. Here's a pass down to the low block. Trying to hand it up off the lane, missed it. Instead, it's stolen away here by Waynesville. Here's Cody Black, left side layup, good for 2. The run continues on. Black with 7 in the quarter. He's got 7 of Waynesville's 9 in this period. 17-13. The second quarter was Waynesville's quarter in the first matchup between these two teams as well. History repeating itself, hopefully not the rest of the way. Here's a shot from the corner. Shelton missed it short. Ball out of bounds on the rebound. Last touch by Waynesville. Yep, it was off of a square there, and it will be Rolla ball. Jaden Cruz back in here. He's going to replace Finn for the time being. Rolla will quickly inbound it. No, they'll actually swat it away. Waynesville comes up with the basketball. Trying the lob there to Easton Smith. Instead, Esquera got a hand on it and tipped it away to Black. Almost halfway through the second quarter now. Fowler slowly across the line. Very patient, measured attack. Fowler now going to be guarded by Thomas. Thomas going to come on out and start the 5 count. As Fowler moves on over toward his right. Trying to look for the trap. They didn't get it. Fowler passes out of it to Black. Back to Fowler. Fowler looking to penetrate. Pass off to the right block. Cruz, a big pump fake. Puts it in for 2. The run continues on. It's an 11-0 run now for Waynesville. Jaden Cruz with his first 2 points of the game. 19-13. 4:03 to go in the second. On the left wing, they'll throw it inside. Smith, jumper from the left elbow. Missed it. Rebounded, though, by Litz. Litz will kick it out to the left wing. Here's a three-pointer. Back to the rim. High rebound. Fowler's got this one. It's a 3-on-2. Back the other way. Fowler going to look to drive all the way in. Nope. He's going to take the shot much too hard. Cruz gets the bucket and the foul. He tipped it back in. He's fouled as well. And he'll head to the line. A chance for a 3-point play. Jaden Cruz, the tip in to get the and one. You don't see many of those, but the foul will be called here on Easton Smith, who picks up his first. Coming back in the game now, Cameron Cooper also back in for the first time, actually. Nope, excuse me, not for the first time. John Papadakis will replace Easton Smith. Again, as Cruz heads to the line. 4 points in the quarter. Chance to make it a 9-point lead. Free throws off the front of the rim, no good. It'll stay 8 for the time being. 13-0 run here for Waynesville. over the 5 minutes of this quarter. Moving left side here, it's Cooper. Back toward his right. Pass it off, get it on back. Inside the lane to Foster. Foster hits it. Foster's got 5, and that'll break the run for now. 21-15. Fowler to his right. Going to be picked up by Papadakis. Trying to throw it inside. Stolen away here by Thomas. Thomas will bring it up the floor himself. Picked up by Gonzalez. Top of the key, Foster. Back to the right side, Thomas. He'll take the 3. Rims out, no good. A square up, brings down the rebound. Strong with it as he comes on down. He'll hand it off here to Fowler. 21-15 our score. Waynesville leads by 6. And again, 2:50. As Fowler crosses the half court, he'll be picked up by Cooper. Now to his left, whistle. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. Tigers will take their first timeout of the game. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here, shall we? As I again remind you about what we've got coming up next week, our final week of our Waynesville regular season coverage. We've got Class 2 district basketball coming up here in a couple of weeks, so we'll separate ourselves, but we'll finish up with a couple of trips to Lebanon and Parkview. Monday, Tuesday, we'll have Lebanon. Of course, the girls, they'll play at home against the Lady Yellow Jackets. And then on Tuesday, the boys will travel to Lebanon. Bit of a fun future rivalry matchup. Both teams heading to the COC. Then we'll take a break on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Girls will be on the road. They'll head on out to Parkview. I've received news that they'll actually be playing that game at, I believe, Jensen Middle School. Due to, didn't really clarify in the email, but the high school gym's not ready to go at Parkview, so that'll be at the middle school, supposedly. But I'll still be there. That'll be where the girls play on Thursday. Then the boys will have Parkview here at home on Friday. So we're back to it after the timeout. Waynesville's got 4 timeouts remaining. 2:35 left to go in the first half. 21-15 in favor of the Tigers. Looking for the backdoor cut. Maybe had it. Didn't throw it. Instead, it'll be Fowler, top of the key. Cody Black on the cut there. Came open for a brief moment. Maybe would have been a tricky pass. But Waynesville going to remain patient. Gonzalez on the left wing. Dribbling toward his right. Going to travel. Stutter step before he put the ball on the floor. And it's ball back over here to Rolla. 2:14 now left to go here in the half. Pass to the corner here. Now out to the wing. On the drive, Cooper. Out to the corner. 3-pointer, Papadakis. Rims out. Rebounded here by Black. Rolla's not necessarily shot the lights out here. They've been looking for the 3-pointer tonight. They've only got the 1 make tonight. That time was an open shot. Waynesville playing with fire, but didn't get burned. Cody Black just in front of the half-court line. Now on over to Gonzalez. Ethan Brown back to the scoring table here. He'll check in. Fowler driving middle of the lane. Shot from 6 is good. Fowler now with 6 here for the game, and it's back to that 8-point advantage, 23-15. Left wing Cooper, top of the key Thomas. Back over to Cooper. Cooper guarded by Gonzalez. Floats one up here for Thomas. He stands right wing. Going inside now. Foster looking to post up on a square. Kicks it to the opposite corner. Cooper for 3. Got this one. Well, if first you don't succeed, try again. That's been the theory here for Rolla, at least on that corner 3. That time they got it. And it's back to 5, 23-18. 1:05 left to go here in the half. Perhaps Waynesville will hang on to it. We'll see. Did not for the final shot in the first half, or the first quarter, should say. But they might do it here in this corner. Took a shot with about 30 seconds left in the first. Fowler ball on hip. I think that answers our question. Rolla perfectly content to let him waste the rest of the time here. So we'll just go ahead and get one final shot. He's theoretically not allowed to talk during possession here, but Waynesville will start passing around here as Rolla comes out and guards. Cody Black, he's double teamed. They'll pass it around to Cruz. Back out to Black now, and over to the half-court line. Fowler once more. Fowler going to be picked up here. Double teamed now in some trouble. He'll find Black on the elbow. Over to Fowler and back out to Black again. Now 13 seconds left to go in the half here. Waynesville will start setting it up. As Fowler dribbles toward the corner. Comes to his left. Screen set by Cruz. Out to the left wing. Whistle. Foul. Going to be picked up here by Rolla with 5.3 seconds on the clock. Foul's picked up by John Papadakis. His first, team third. Waynesville inbound here from the sideline. What can you do in 5.3? Ball's inbound to Black. Black out to the right wing. Whistle, another foul. Oh, hit the three on the run. But the foul came on the floor, and it's going to negate that. It was a circus shot. It would have been nice. Would have been a potential 4-point play if it was on the shot, but it's not. Foul's called here on Nick Shelton. Waynesville has 2.4 now to do something with it. Fowler to inbound. He'll hand it into Esquera. Esquera, three-pointer off the backboard, no good. And that's how we end the first half of play. But Waynesville, big quarter. Tigers out in front. They lead the Rolla Bulldogs 23-18 as we head on in to halftime. Outscored the Bulldogs 15-5 in that quarter. So we'll do what we always do. Let's take ourselves a few minutes. I'll get my books in order. We'll come back. We'll talk about that first half here a little bit. We'll get you all set up for the third quarter of play. But we're back in a few. You're listening to Tiger Basketball here on 97.9 The Source.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football.
Basketball is my game.
But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert is the pizza during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Try Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard. Looking for a great career? Domino's Pizza St. Robert is hiring all positions. Apply online at jobs.domino's.com.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This February, love your drive with Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville. They have offers just for you that are absolutely irresistible, like cash back and cash allowances on 2024 Silverados and Equinoxes. Plus, rates as low as 1.9% on select 2024 models will make your heart race. Don't wait. Fall in love again at Lowe Chevrolet and love your drive like never before. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville, and online at lowechevy.com.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
At Ed Morris Ford in St. Robert, we've got your back when it comes to saving money on vehicles. That's because we have outstanding deals and a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Cars, trucks, SUVs, they're all priced to move today. Get big cash rebates and low financing that will save you thousands. Plus, you'll get the best customer service possible. To save big, make it by Ed Morris Ford in St. Robert or visit edmorrisfordstrobert.com and get backed by Morris today.
We care for them.
Hey, Mr. Gibson. Good morning.
Hey there, honey.
Take wonderful care of them.
All right, here's your morning meds and your coffee, just how you like it. 1 cream,
2
2 sugars.
And we'll go to the ends of the earth to protect them. You can count on that.
Life Care Center of Waynesville believe in treating patients and residents as family members, focusing on inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation with 24-hour skilled nursing care. We are proud to also offer a secured Alzheimer's and dementia care unit, 700 Birch Lane in the heart of Waynesville.
And again, back here at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium, we're at halftime. The Waynesville Tigers, well, they lead the Rolla Bulldogs after 2, 23-18. Connor Harbert here with you again, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here for this one. This one proven to be, well, another fun contest here. We've had nothing but close games as of late, give or take a couple blowouts. One for Waynesville, obviously one the other way. But this one looks to be a pretty good ball game. Hopefully this will turn out into a Waynesville winner, but again, they lead by 5 here at the break. Let's go ahead and take a look at your scoring summary here for this first half. We first take a look here at Rolla. They led after one, 13-8, but just 5 points in that second quarter. So they're sitting on a first half total of 18. Leading the way for them right now, that would be Ethan Brown. Remember, had to sit out a large amount of that first half in foul trouble. So that is a big storyline for this second half. Brown had six first quarter points, but ultimately did have to sit out much of that second. But we'll see if Waynesville has a plan to stop him. He still leads the way again with 6. Joe Foster had 5 off the bench. Easton Smith currently sitting with 4. He had a couple of second chance points, second chance baskets in that first half. And then Cameron Cooper had a 3-pointer there as well. Again, 18 first half points here for the Rolla Bulldogs, 13 in the first, 5 in the second. Now we go ahead and take a look here at Waynesville. Waynesville, they had 8 first quarter points. Tried to hold on for the final shot. They got one with 30, but then gave up a basket the other way, trailed by 5 at the break. But 15 points in that first quarter. Went on a 13-0 run in the second. And again, outscored Rolla 15-5. They're sitting with a 5-point lead, 23 total points. Leading the way right now, Cody Black. He was a big part of that run. Had a 3-pointer, had a couple shots in the middle of the lane as well. So he's got 7 here at the moment. Rayshawn Fowler, Ethan Esquire, each with 6 points apiece. And then Jaden Cruz has 4 points here as well, including what has probably been the game's most impressive basket that counted. Cody Black hit a 3 on the run just before the end. There was a foul called beforehand. Wiped it away. It is what it is, but still 4 points here for Jaden Cruz. 23 first half points for Waynesville. My thoughts on this one, kind of already alluded to it a little bit. You caught a little bit of a break with Ethan Brown being out for much of the first half. He will almost certainly be back into play starting in that third quarter. And he was all over the field. Didn't really shoot that well. Did get to the line, though, a couple times. He's 100% from the line here tonight. So you got to be ready. 6'4", he's big. He can go inside. He can go outside. Just got to be ready to clamp down and make sure that you can limit the damage there against him. You're not be able to stop him every time, but you can certainly limit his chances. And then, of course, you got to guard those corner threes. Rolla's gone back to that again and again and again and again. Again, they're not shooting very high percentage, but that clearly is a big part of the strategy tonight for Rolla. Got to make sure you're ready to close on out and make it as hard as possible. And then, obviously, bring down the rebound. Can't give them multiple opportunities. Waynesville offensively, we asked if they were going to maybe try to speed things up. I think we all knew the answer there. No, Waynesville's going to keep remaining patient. They're going to slow it on down, and we'll see just how slow they can go here. Very patient with the offense, leading to good shots. I think that's the best thing we can say right now about the Waynesville offense. They're taking very good shots. I don't think there's been a possession yet that didn't end in a turnover or something of the sort where I say, it was a bad shot. So we'll keep going with that. We'll see if Waynesville can keep up that offensive momentum because it certainly is working. Hopefully we can open up the quarter on a nice big run here in the third quarter. So let's take one more timeout. We'll come back here in 2 minutes, and we will be ready to go for that second half, our final game of the week. Waynesville leads Rolla 23-18. Back in a few, you're listening to Tiger Basketball here on 97.9 The Source.
For over 50 years, Post Pawn in St. Robert has been offering the best prices in the area on firearms, ammunition, and shooting and reloading supplies. Also, find new and used military clothing and gear, as well as pre-owned power tools and compound bows, and new and used musical instruments and supplies. Get a 90-day layaway on anything. And if you have your guns shipped to Post Pawn or selling them to another individual, they only charge a $25 transfer fee. That's Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. Crawford Heating and Cooling in St. Robert has the Amana heat pump system with up to 20 SEER. Amana's high-efficiency units come with a lifetime compressor warranty. Crawford's Heating and Cooling is now working with Foundation Finance, the home improvement financing giant. Crawford Heating and Cooling of St. Robert still offers their year-round checkup and maintenance service to keep your system up and running. For $120 a year, Crawford will make sure your air works in the spring and heating in the fall. Crawford Heating and Cooling of St. Robert, not associated with any other Crawford Heating and Cooling, serving Pulaski County and the surrounding area. Call 336-0085.
Looking for a home? Call Investment Realty today. We are located at 473 Old Route 66 in St. Robert. If you're looking to rent, buy, or sell a home, we do it all and are here for you. We handle many short-term rentals as well, whether you're looking for someone to manage yours or a place to get away for the weekend. Give us a call. We are here for all your realty needs. Our company has been in business for 38 years and opened our third office last year. Call or come see us today. We are open 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. No appointment needed. We look forward to speaking with you soon.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
And again, back here at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium, Rolla will start with the basketball as we enter the third quarter of play. 23-18, though. Waynesville leads by 5. Starters back on the floor for both sides, it seems. Top of the key, Nick Shelton goes on over to Joe Foster. I lied to you. He's coming in off the bench, had 5 in that first quarter. Here's a whistle, jump ball, wow! Quick jump ball called there. Esquera ripped it away there from Rolla, but fortunately, the arrow is pointing toward Waynesville. So, we'll sacrifice the jump ball, unfortunately. But Waynesville does take over after the missed 3. As Rayshawn Fowler comes up the left side of the floor here, followed by Cooper. He'll throw it off to Cruz in the corner. Dribbles to the double team, had it stripped momentarily, but kicks it off to the corner. Cody Black off to the top of the key. Finn over to Fowler now. We'll bring it back out to half court. Again, the question, how patient's Waynesville going to be on offense? 5-point lead is by no means secure. Got to keep it going. 3-pointer, top of the key, Esquera. Back of the rim, bounces off the wiring. That'll be out of bounds, and that'll be Rolla ball. Waynesville coming up empty on their first offensive possession. The Bulldogs come back and try to make this a one-possession game. Up the middle of the floor again comes Ethan Brown. 6 points tonight, all in the first quarter. Right wing inside to the free throw line, Foster. Off to the left side here. How about Shelton for 3? Front of the rim, no good. Ball popped around. The rebound picked up by Fowler. Minute gone by, no scoring just yet. Coach Pills shouting orders from the sidelines here. As Fowler will hand it off to Cruz. Cruz right up against the half-court line. Needs to be careful. He'll send it on over to Finn. Finn squares up toward the basket, just beyond the right wing. Will throw it away. Rolla got a hand on it, but they'll save it before it goes out of bounds. Fowler going to steal it back, and there'll be a foul called here on Cooper. Fowler's done that a couple times here tonight. Waynesville's turned it over, but Fowler's there to strip it away and get that basketball right on back. Cooper's called for his first foul. Team first. Cruz to inbound. Trying to find Esquera. Finds Fowler instead. Off to Cruz. Inside to Esquera. Looking for the cut. Instead, he'll try to post up now. Hook shot to the middle of the lane. Hard off the backboard. Missed his first try. Second try. Got it. Put back points for Ethan Esquera. 25-18. Back to 7 we go. Largest lead of the game has been that 7-point advantage. Here comes Brown on the drive. Floater. Middle of the lane. No good. Rebounded by Finn. They'll pass it off to Fowler. Fowler up the left sideline here. Already 2 minutes gone by in this third. Fowler to the right elbow, to the corner. Cody Black for 3. No, too hard. Ball comes out of bounds off the rebound. Last touch by Rolla. It is still Tiger ball. Waynesville student section very much into this one. Again, I mentioned very good-sized crowd on hand here. We're going to have a sub here. Cameron Cooper is going to be limping off toward the bench here. He'll have to be helped off by Coach Miller. Hopefully it's nothing serious there, but Jensen Thomas will check in. Hopefully it's just a rolled ankle or something that you can just walk off. It's hate to see players hurt, obviously. Inbounds pass. Tipped away by Rolla. Out of bounds it goes. We'll try it again. Still Cruz to inbound. Waynesville struggled a little bit on these inbound passes. And they'll throw it another one away. This time it is going to be stolen by Brown. Pass up the floor to Thomas. Brown will take it back. To the left elbow. Foster a pump fake. Trying to go out to the wing. Tipped and stolen away by Fowler. Fowler one-on-one versus Brown. Jump stop on the left block. Now tries to go up with it. Good. Got Brown to bite. The rest of Rolla caught up, but Fowler still able to finish through contact. 9-point lead, 27-18 here for Waynesville. To the left wing. Over to the corner now. Thomas going to float one back here to Shelton. Shelton will go inside to Foster. He'll bring it down on the left elbow. Back out to Shelton now. Driving toward his right. Screen set by Foster. Out to the right wing he goes. Guarded closely by Fowler. To the right sideline. Shot for Smith. No good. Ball's tipped away on the rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch here by Cruz. And it'll stay with Rolla. Again, 27-18. 5:25 left to go here in the third. Thomas to inbound here from the sideline. Goes to the corner to Papadakis. Inside it goes to Foster. Trying to go top of the key. Ball ends up stripped. Ball's loose. Picked up here by Black. Waynesville comes up with a steal. Stolen right back, though, by Brown. Brown going all the way to the basket. He'll be fouled by Finn, and he'll head to the line for two. So the foul's going to be picked up by Finn, who will pick up his third. He's got all three of Waynesville's fouls tonight. Waynesville's committed 3 fouls. They've all been picked up by Finn, and they've all been to stop Brown from getting to the basket. He will still get 2 free throws here. Again, a perfect 4 for 4, but perfect no longer. Misses the first. John Papadakis back in, replacing Foster. Omar Gonzalez checks back in, replacing Finn with those 3 personals. Finn will get a few high fives as he heads to the bench. Not a terrible foul. The worst part is, it is his third. Second free throw. Toilet bowls it. 5 for 6 from the line now is Foster. And by that I mean Brown. 27-19, 8-point game. Black has it stripped, stolen by Brown. Brown back to the basket, layup good. Waynesville lackadaisical with the basketball there. As Brown picks up an easy 2. 27-21, 6-point game. Here's Gonzalez. Off to Fowler. Fowler will cross, left side of the floor to Black, inside to Esquera now. Esquera posting up, off the glass, off the rim and in. Esquera, your first Tiger into double digits tonight. He's got 10. 29-21. 4:40 left to go here in the third. Middle of the floor comes Brown. Brown passes off to the left wing, gets it right back. Deep 3 through Gonzalez, rims out, rebounded by Esquera. Esquera under a little bit of pressure off the rebound, but powers his way through. Hands it off to Black, who will pass it on back to Fowler. Still an 8-point game for the Tigers. Here's Fowler, guarded by Thomas. Fowler heading out toward the left corner. Screen set by Esquera. Fowler looking to drive now on Papadakis. Ball stolen away again by Brown. Brown's 4th steal of the third. Fights through Cruz. Left side layup. Good. Waynesville needs to make these passes a lot tighter. They've already been stolen by Brown here 4 times in this first 4 minutes. Still lead by 6, though, 29-23. Fowler to the right wing. Hands it off to Black. Gets it on back. Guarded by Thomas. Rolling a man-to-man at the moment. Here at the top of the key, Esquera. Gonzalez trying to cut to the basket. Didn't have it. Instead, they'll rotate it back around the perimeter. Esquera throws it over to Gonzalez. Stands near the half-court line on the left side of the floor. Here comes Gonzalez to the elbow. Out to the wing now. Back out to the half-court line. Here Gonzalez. By that I mean Fowler. Fowler still guarded by Thomas. Screen set by Esquera. Fowler looking to drive to the basket now. Goes all the way in. Layup. Left it off the front of the rim. Trying to take a charge there with Shelton. Didn't get a call either way. But Rolla has the rebound. Here comes Brown trying to drive through on Black. Underhanded layup, good for 2. Brown starting to take over this game. He's got 7 in the quarter. And it's 29-25. Rolla kind of a one-man show here at the moment. Here comes Fowler. Up the left sideline he goes. In some trouble, pass off to Cruz. Over now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for 3, left it short. Going for his own rebound, picked up by Brown instead. Pass down the floor to Shelton. Hands it off back over, trying to go across the lane. They throw it away, though. Waynesville gets back in time to break up the fast break and force a Rolla turnover. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. Full timeout taken here by Waynesville. Let's take one, too. We're back in 60, 29-25, 2:48 left to go in the third. You're listening to Tiger Basketball, 97.9. Clicked the wrong button. But you are listening to Tiger Basketball. That's the wrong log. Tiger Basketball on 97.9 The Source.
Mechanic. Oh, yeah, the blue sedan. Yeah, you brought that in when? Like 2 days ago? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of my best men on it now. Hey, Ronnie, turn up the tunes and pass the nachos. Work time was yesterday.
Your life can't wait. That's why here at Action Automotive of St. Robert, we take time to walk you through what's going on with your vehicle and come up with an affordable solution. From engine overhauls to oil changes, Action Automotive of St. Robert has you covered. Action Automotive St. Robert.
Tax Pros and More, with locations in St. Robert, Richland, Lebanon, and Jefferson City, offers everything you need to start your brand new business. Don't be afraid of being a sole proprietorship and starting your own company, because you can always grow and hire later. The experts at Tax Pro and More are here to help answer any questions and make the transition extra smooth. Tax Pros and More also specializes in tax return filing, planning, bookkeeping, and financial statement analysis for your business, as well as other payroll services. Call us today and we can help. 573-451-2229.
29-25 as we come out of the Waynesville timeout. Tigers control the basketball, though. They've led by as many as 8 in this game, but that lead has been whittled down just a tad. Connor Harbert here with you, 97-9. Pass going to the middle of the lane. Underneath on the right block, Esquero lost the dribble, and it is Rolla ball. Nice pass from Cruz inside, but unfortunately Esquero lost the dribble there. Rolla trying to make it a one-possession game here. Waynesville's led since midway through the second. Easton Brown, three-pointer, fading to his left, got it. More points for Easton Brown. A one-man wrecking crew at the moment here for Rolla. And it's back to one here, 29-28. Nobody other than Brown has scored for Rolla in this quarter. He's got 10 points in this quarter alone, 16 for the game. That's what I alluded to during halftime. Fowler driving toward his left to the elbow now, looking to go all the way to the basket. Layup through contact, good. Fowler now in double digits tonight with 10. Back to 3, 31-28. Tyrell Finn will check back in. Three-pointer, Jensen Thomas, good. We're tied back up at 31. I say that. And a wide open three there for Thomas. 31 all. Under 2 to go now in the third. Here comes Gonzalez to Esquera. Esquera double teamed on the block. Squares up to the basket now. Hands it back off to Gonzalez. Guarded by Brown. He'll look to drive baseline, but he double dribbled. Already dribbled before he got the pass, or should I say once he got the pass. Picked it up, tried to dribble baseline, but that is a double dribble. So Rolla a chance to retake the lead here. Again, Waynesville led by 8 points. They've led a couple times here in this one. Wide open three, one pass from the left corner, no good. Waynesville again catching a break there. Fowler's got the rebound. That was Nick Shelton on the shot. Waynesville try to reclaim the lead here. Moving up the right sideline, back toward the left he goes. On the wing now, and he'll back it out to the half-court line. 1:20 left to go here in the third. Screen set by Esquera. Picked up now by Papadakis. A double screen now. Fowler out to the wing. But back out to half court. Still on the dribble. Now 1:08 left to go here in the third. Fowler will hand it off to Black. Black toward his right. Picked up by, that is Easton Smith. Now on over to Fowler. Fowler underneath the basket here. In some trouble. Off to Finn. Finn, one dribble on the left block. Goes through Brown. Good! Finn's first 2 points of the game. 33-31. Papadakis off to Thomas, looking for back-to-back threes. No good. Too short. Rebounded by Fowler. 42 seconds left to go here in the third. Fowler will come up the left sideline here. This game, we've reached the previous total these two teams reached in that first game. Remember, first game was 34-31 Rolla. We're actually just 1 point away, but I presume we're going to get across. Fowler with the basketball here. He's double teamed in the corner. Throws it off to Gonzalez. To Black. 20 seconds now. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside the three-point line to Esquera. They'll get it back out to the half-court line. Now 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. Fowler off to the corner. Now over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez fakes the pass. Going to the free throw line. Finn. Now only 5 seconds. Going to hit Fowler. Fowler in stride. Goes through Shelton. Leaves a layup off the front of the rim and in. 4-point game as we head on into the fourth. Fowler wanted the blocking foul. Didn't get it. But there was no charge either, which means the 2 points will count. And it's a 35-31 lead for Waynesville heading into the final 8 minutes. We'll see if the Tigers can hang on as they try to knock off the Rolla Bulldogs tonight. We're back in 60. You're listening to Tiger Basketball here on 97.9 The Source.
Are you looking for a child care facility that believes each child needs and deserves a safe place to grow and learn? A Department of Education preschool and is a state-approved child care? Then We Wonders Daycare in Waynesville is for your child or children. They provide all those services as well as the peace of mind you'll get knowing your little ones are receiving a solid foundation for success in school and life. Call for openings at 573-774-2492. We Wonders Child Care Development Center in Waynesville at 1702 Long Drive. Make sure you are comfortable this winter. Rivard Heating and Cooling is your American Standard heating and cooling company, which offers quiet technology and lasting dependability and is the leader in high-performance systems. Rivard Heating and Cooling is happy and able to service other brands, too. Rivard Heating and Cooling. They're not comfortable until you are. Call today, 417-531-3551.
1 quarter left to play in this one. Waynesville leads by 4, 35-31. Rolla tied it back up at 31, but back-to-back buckets for Waynesville. Back-to-back buckets for Rayshawn Fowler. And that's a lie. Tyrell Finn had a bucket in there. Then Rayshawn Fowler had the final bucket of the quarter. But no matter who scored the buckets, Waynesville does lead by 4. Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Ethan Brown across half court had 10 points for Rolla in that third quarter. He's leading the way with 16, leads all scorers tonight. Takes it on the left wing. Gonna look for the deep three. That's gonna be way too short. Grazes the front of the rim, rebounded by Fowler. Here comes Fowler up the floor here, trying to bring it perhaps that 6-7 point lead. Waynesville's led by as many as 8. Almost a ball stripped by Brown. Instead it goes to the corner to Black. Black off to Fowler, but a foul. It's gonna be charged here to Brown. He'll pick up his third. Foul's not really important for Brown anymore, or at least that third foul, since we're in the fourth. But it is Rolla's first here in this fourth. Ball comes back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to his right. He'll cross half court. Still dogged by Papadakis. He'll throw it on into the corner to Esquera. Top of the key again, Finn. Finn, ball on hip. Picked up by Foster. Finn picks up the dribble now. In some trouble. Throws it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, they're looking for the trap. Instead, they'll pass it out to Finn. Finn on the free throw line. Back out to Gonzalez now. And again, re-enters it to Finn. Finn off to Esquera. Esquera on the right block. Traveled. Ball over to Rolla. I'll get the boos from the student section. I don't really think that was a controversial call, but I get it in spirit. I wish it wasn't a travel. Here's a shot. Easton Smith, middle of the lane, missed it. Rebounded by Esquera. Waynesville will get it right back, though. Here comes Fowler up the left sideline here. He'll cross half court. Now Rolla looking for the trap. Fowler will back off. Now pass it on over to Finn. Takes it right on back, though. Again, double teamed over to Gonzalez. Waynesville's done a pretty decent job getting away from that Rolla trap. Between Finn, Gonzalez, and Fowler looking for the backdoor cut. Here is Fowler on the right block. In some trouble, fade away. No, left it long, rebounded by Brown. Brown, long pass down the floor, hits Papadakis in stride. Lovely pass there from Brown. And Papadakis finishes it off for his first basket of the game. 35-33. 2 minutes have gone by here in this final quarter. Again, Brown, a very special player for Rolla and will be for years to come. Just a sophomore as we get another foul here called on Papadakis. Trying to punch it away from behind, catch his arm instead. He'll pick up his second, team second. Waynesville inbound here from the sideline. To the backcourt it goes. Gonzalez will wrangle it in. Comes across to the right wing, he dribbles. Picks it up, now on over to Esquera on the right block. Couple dribbles, spins to his left, fade away, back of the rim, no good, rebounded by Brown. Brown, another long pass down the floor, again finds Papadakis. Layup is good. Waynesville's got to get back defensively. They've done that twice now in a row, and we're tied back up at 35. Tied back up here at 35, 5:51 left to play in this one. And as Waynesville tries to avoid what's been a recent trend. Waynesville has played very good basketball for 3 quarters, and then they've started to fall off a little bit once they reach that fourth quarter. Happened in the girls' game last night against Rolla. Happened in, well, would say both West Plains games. It did not happen in the girls' game, in fact, or the boys' game. Yeah, the boys' game, where Waynesville actually struggled a little bit early on and had to come back in that one. But it has been a trend. So we get back to it here. They have not added the points from that layup. Should be 35 all, and I think they're going to get that changed. Yeah, there we go. We are tied up. Waynesville does control the basketball coming out of the Waynesville timeout. Tigers will have 3 timeouts remaining. No, excuse me, that would actually be a Rolla timeout. They've got 4 remaining. So Waynesville will inbound here. Fowler will pass it off to Gonzalez. 5:45 left on the clock. Here's Finn. They'll need to beat the 10 count. Fowler will need to get across in a hurry, and he does. Fowler almost lost the dribble. Does get it tipped away, but picks it back up. Push from behind, off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for the entry pass inside, hits it to Finn on the right elbow, dumps it off to Esquera, off the backboard and in. Nice little high-low there between Finn and Esquera. Esquera now with 12 for the game. He leads the Tigers tonight, 37-35. Three-pointer, Jensen Thomas, too far to the left. Rebounded, though, here by Foster. Back off to Thomas. Thomas driving to his right. Tries to go to the low block, but it's tipped away by Black. Stolen here by Fowler. Waynesville again with the lead here. 5 minutes left to go. Fowler drives to his left. Got around Brown. Off to the low block. Esquera trying to fight through Foster. Whistle and a blocking foul on the floor. It's a foul on the floor. Called here on Easton Smith, who picks up his second. And Rolla's 3rd team foul. Cameron Cooper back in. Good to see him back in. Came out with that, remember, limped off the floor. Don't know what was quite wrong there, but he is back in. As the ball is inbound to Esquera, they'll hand it on back here to Fowler. Fowler, guarded by Cooper, to the left elbow, Finn. They'll try to go high-low again. Esquera can't bring in the pass. Ball out of bounds. Last touch here by, they'll say, Rolla. It'll be Waynesville ball. It was off the thigh of Smith, they'll say. And Waynesville inbound from underneath. Fowler to inbound. He'll go to the corner over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez a couple dribbles toward his left. Now picks it back up. Pass to the low block here, Finn. Finn has Gonzalez underneath. Instead, will try to go across the court. Ball tipped out of bounds by Brown this time. Waynesville inbound from the sideline. 4:36 left to go. Black will inbound here to Fowler. Fowler moving up the sideline. Whistle, foul called here on Cooper. That's the 4th team foul here on Rolla. Cameron Cooper will pick up his 2nd. And again, team 4th. Every Rolla foul for the next 4:33 will lead to 2 free throws. Of course, defensively. I'll always add that caveat. Ball comes into Finn. Finn, entry pass here to Esquera. Esquera, hook shot, moving toward his right, missed it. Fowler trying to tip it back in, couldn't get it done. Pass up the 4. Here comes Papadakis. Right side layup, off the front of the rim and in. Trying to take a screen today has not worked for either side, but Papadakis does get his 2. We're tied back up at 37. Waynesville that time trying to get the charge called, didn't get it. Fortunately, didn't get the blocking foul either. Fowler spinning toward his left, out to the corner, Black, back out to Fowler. Fowler jumps to Gonzalez on the elbow, outside again to Finn. Finn to Gonzalez, Gonzalez to the right block of Esquera, spinning toward his left, now a whistle to travel. That's a makeup call and a half. And it's going to be Rolla ball. They missed the travel call on Gonzalez at the half-court line, then they call it on the square for no reason at all. Can't let the crowd influence you down there. Under 4 to go here, Rolla with the ball, tie ball game. Brown will kick it off to the corner. Foster for the 3 in the lead, got it. Of course they did. Makeup calls are very much not a good thing. That time we had it, and of course Rolla comes back and hits the 3 the other way. 40-37 now. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. It's a 30-second timeout here for the Tigers.
Just a reminder, fans, that we all play a role in the education of our students, parents, fans, and people in the community.
Go ahead and keep it right here. I remind you again, not tomorrow. Actually, Monday, by the way. I forget I sometimes get to relax and spend some time by myself on the weekends. Monday, we'll be back here at Waynesville High School. The Lady Tigers will be in action. They will play host to the Lebanon Lady Yellow Jackets. Lebanon 6-14 on the year. Will play host as Waynesville tries to get back in the win column. There are a couple close losses last week. Should I say this week? By Monday it'll be last week, but obviously we'll have that for you. About 7 o'clock. Right here at 97.9 The Source. Then we'll head on the road to Lebanon. I've been told I'll be in a different spot than I'm used to over in Lebanon. But as long as they have a spot for me, it'll all be Gucci. We get back to it now. 40-37, 3.5 minutes left to go. Waynesville trailing for the first time since the second quarter. Fowler on the drive to the left elbow. Off to Black now. Black standing top of the key. Over to Fowler once again. Fowler guarded here by Cooper. Going to his left, dribbles into the double team, but backs it on out once again. As we approach that 3-minute mark. Fowler to the right elbow, out now to Finn on the right wing. Gonna hand it off here to Fowler. Fowler will clear the 5-second count, now moving toward his left. To the elbow, drives all the way in. Jump stop on the block, gets the shot off, he's fouled. He's heading the line shooting two. Foul's called on Cameron Cooper, his third. Again, 15 foul here, and so we were shooting two anyway, but Waynesville officially in the double bonus. Fowler hits the first. We're back to two. Fowler now with 13 points for the game. He's your leading scorer for Waynesville tonight. He'll set up for number two. It's up and away, and it is also good. Waynesville 4 for 5 from the free throw line tonight, 40-39. Waynesville trailing by one here. And another close contest between these two teams. To the free throw line, out to the corner, Papadakis with it. Now to Smith, back to Papadakis. He's driving left baseline, goes underneath, up and under with the layup, good. Papadakis now has 8 points in this quarter. 42-39. Some long passes down the floor. A tip in. And now the up and under layup. Omar Gonzalez beyond the volleyball line here. Hard bounce pass now to Fowler. Waynesville trailing by 3. Fowler to the right block. Kicks it off to Esquera. Esquera through contact, good for 2. We're back to 1. Esquera now with 14, 42-41. We're 2 minutes away from the end of this one. Pass to the left wing, Papadakis going to his right. Finn there to cut him off. They'll be getting it back out to Brown. Now the onus is on Waynesville. Rolla, they're going to put ball on hip. Waynesville not wanting to guard here. Rolla's just going to weigh out the rest of the clock. Waynesville, remember, no team fouls. So they'll have to foul 5 times to send Rolla to the line. Waynesville more than content to let a little bit of time run off the clock. Remember, if they send Rolla to the line, they can only make it a 3-point game. And again, I remind you, I don't endorse this, but I get it. Now they'll go out and foul here as Brown dribbles toward his left. Cody Black will pick up his first, team first. I've never wanted anything more for Missouri high school sports than a shot clock in basketball. No matter who does it, I cannot stand this. But it is what it is. Here's Brown again in the corner. Ball on hip as we approach a minute 5. Now down to a minute. Gonzalez waiting for the call here from Pills. To go out and guard, foul, do whatever you must. Now they'll come out, set a screen here, Smith, but Brown not moving yet. Now the whistle comes through. Gonzalez will come up and foul. 45.2 on the clock. Now Waynesville will pick up their second team foul. Again, Gonzalez is first, team second. So they'll re-inbound the ball. The clock will start. Brown again stands in the corner. I really don't mean to sound preachy, but this is the worst way a basketball game can end. Just the final 2 minutes with the ball on the hip. Now down to 30. Gonzalez will come up. He'll foul. 28.2. There's team foul number 3. The plan is obviously for Waynesville to eventually get 5, send Rolla to the line where they can only make it up to a 3-point game, and then try to get some points back the other way yourself. Try to get the final shot of the game. That is the strategy. As Waynesville will take another timeout, a full timeout. We'll go back over the schedule again. After Lebanon on Monday, Tuesday, we'll take Wednesday off. Those are me days. And then Thursday and Friday, we'll hit the road Thursday. We'll head to what, again, I believe I've been told is a game at a middle school. But we'll play the Parkview Lady Vikings. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. Lady Tigers look to get back in the win column at any point next week. And then the boys will play at home against Parkview. So we'll close out another week here in Waynesville. Gotta say, I'm a big fan of the Friday night home game. Of course, I spend a lot of time on the road during basketball season. Sometimes it's nice to just be just a couple blocks away from my nice little home here in Waynesville. Go home, record a voicer for Gary Canance tomorrow. You're up nice, bright, and early on that Saturday morning. Make sure to listen in. I'll recap it for you in a minute and a half, or maybe more. Depends on how I feel that day. But he'll be with you starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And I'll be with you Monday morning at about 10. So again, Waynesville will look to pick up those 4th and 5th personal fouls if they can't pick up the steal off the inbounds pass. Now we might see Waynesville try to pick up a steal here. They won't just let them hand it on in. We'll see what they do. But again, the goal is to keep it a one-possession game. They're going to run an inbounds play. Brown picks it up. He's going to be guarded by Gonzalez. 25 seconds. Brown, long pass down the floor over to Shelton. Shelton back out to the corner now. Now they'll foul Papadakis. Another 8 seconds off the clock here. 20.2 on the clock. Gonzalez will pick up his 3rd. And the 4th team foul. So one more. Rolla sent to the line. Look for a quick foul here if they do not get the steal. Rolla will try to play keep away. Here's a ball lobbed in the backcourt over to Brown. Brown guarded by Gonzalez. They'll look for the steal as long as possible. Now they'll eventually have to foul. Shelton with it, back to Brown. Now 10 seconds left here. They're still trying to find the steal. Now down to 8 seconds. There comes the foul. Now they did not get Brown to the free throw line. They will send Easton Smith instead, which, again, Brown has been perfect tonight. Easton Smith unproven his first trip to the line. The best Rolla can do is 3, as we'll now get the final timeout here taken by Waynesville. So again, if Smith makes both, Waynesville will need a 3. You don't really have much time for anything else. If they make 1, well, now you can score a 2-pointer. That'll tie it up, and a 3-pointer wins the game. If they miss both, you got to get the rebound. You have no timeout. You got to remember that. You have no timeout. You got to get the rebound. You got to come down the length of the floor in 8.7 seconds and find a basket. That is the situation Waynesville faces. I couldn't tell you which one I prefer. I think I almost prefer the make 1, miss 1, or the make 1 or the whatever. I don't know what I prefer, actually. The more I think about it, I know what I prefer. Waynesville just not to be down in a situation like this. 42-41. We're all at the free throw line. Easton Smith will be shooting here. Trying to make it, again, as many as a 3-point game. Waynesville, they've been oh so close against several very good teams here this season. Trying to avoid this just being another game of almost. Said after the West Plains game, I'm starting to hate that word. Well, tonight, depending on how these 8.7 seconds go, may run into it again. So here we go. Easton Smith at the free throw line. No free throws yet tonight. Smith has 4 points. First free throw is no good. So there's 1 gone. Best Rolla can do is 2. Now you don't necessarily will need a 3-pointer. 3-pointer will obviously get you over the hump, but it's not necessary. Second free throw is good. Now a timeout taken here by Rolla. 43-41. As Smith hits 1 of 2. A 2-pointer is needed. A 3-pointer puts you over the top. If you're Coach Pills, what do you design in this scenario? You need to get down the length of the floor in 8.4 seconds. Now, if Rolla commits a foul, you head to the free throw line. Both teams are in the double bonus here at the moment. So, if that happens, hit your free throws. You missed 1, well, you might as well just purposely miss the other. We've seen that scenario for Waynesville this year on the girls' side. Worked out for the Lady Tigers. Well, at the time. And it ended up falling in overtime in that game, but that's what happens if you miss the first free throw. But that assumes that you're fouled first. In a perfect world, Waynesville comes down the length of the floor, they hit a 3-pointer, and we all go home. But they'll need to do it in 8.4 seconds. 0.3 seconds ran off the clock between that free throw and Waynesville picking up the basketball in the on the baseline. You got to assume Rolla will come out in a full court press. They will try to make it as hard as possible for Waynesville to come the length of the floor. What's going to happen here? Oh my, oh my. MJ Luna's into the ball game here out of the timeout. He'll be the one to inbound. No timeouts. He can move the baseline, but he has no timeouts here. Luna will pick it up. He'll hand it off to Fowler. Fowler will move quickly down the floor. He's guarded by Brown, looking to drive in to the right block. Spins to his left, throws up the shot, off the back of the rim, falls out. They'll try to get the tip. They don't have it on the one. They couldn't get it in, and this game will be a Rolla win. The Bulldogs escape here tonight. Fowler got to the basket, had 3 tries at it, tried to tip it in, but ultimately the shot will fall out, and Rolla will escape Waynesville with a victory. They got the play they wanted, but the shot fell just short, and it's another night of almost for the Tigers. Oh, you love the effort, but unfortunately, just a little bit short. We'll do what we always do. We'll take a couple minutes. We'll come back. We'll sum this one up. We'll see if we talk with Coach Sapanzik here in this one, and then we'll wrap you up. We'll get you all set to go here for Monday's action. But for now, Waynesville falls here tonight by 2 to a state-ranked Rolla Bulldog squad. Final score, 43-41. We're back in a few. You're listening to Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Or come see me, John Gregory, in Crocker.
This is Richard DePaul's Furniture. If you're looking for a huge selection of name brand furniture like Ashley, FlexSteel, Bedcraft, we've got it all in stock and ready to go at the very best prices that you can. And on top of that, we're going to give you 12 months, same as cash financing. We're going to give you your free delivery. We're going to do whatever it takes to earn your business at Paul's Furniture. That's what's made us the #1 furniture store in Pulaski and Phelps County for the last 30 years. Come to Paul's Furniture for the best furniture at the best prices.
get the good stuff 7 days a week at your Napa parts store. St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue. And get the Napa know-how. Wintertime driving is tough. You don't want to wait to get caught off guard. That old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, certainly applies to wintertime driving. Napa batteries, windshield wipers, jumper cables, battery chargers, all the good stuff to keep your vehicle looking and running its best is what you'll find at your Napa parts store. St. Robert Auto Supply opens 7 days a week just off Missouri Avenue.
Back here at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium, well, got to give it to Waynesville. Playing against a state-ranked Rolla team. They gave it their all today, led most of the way. Unfortunately, they fall by 2 here tonight. Final score in this one, 43-41. 52-41. Waynesville did get the look they wanted at the end of the game. Rayshawn Fowler, a drive to the basket. Unfortunately, fell just a little bit short. Had a chance for the tip-in. Those fell short as well. And at the end of the day, you just got to say, well, we put ourselves in a position to win, and someday it's just got to happen. It's just got to happen, I would say, here for Waynesville. But, again, it's another night of almost. I believe assistant coach Bill Brown's making his way on over here, so we'll hold off on the scoring summary just yet. As, again, assistant coach Bill Brown joins us now. Coach, I hate to say it yet again, but it's another close one. Almost. I know I talked with Coach Sapanzik earlier in the year, and he says almost isn't good enough, but give me some thoughts on tonight's game.
Oh, I thought, as we discussed earlier, that we're improving. We're getting better every game. We're playing at times high caliber basketball, and then at times we're not. And then tonight we were playing very good basketball. Turnovers were down. Shot selections were good. Then we went through a stretch there. I think we got up, 8, 9, 10 points, something like that. And we had several turnovers there in a row. Gave them an opportunity to get some momentum. They got 2 or 3 fast break layups on us, which for the most part we've contained all season. And those type of points really affected us, but our turnovers are what beat us tonight. We're getting to the point now where we've got to start fixing our own mistakes. We have travels, just simple, fundamental mistakes that are catching up with us. And that's, again, that's just experience and getting better. But we had them on the ropes. We had a good shot at the end. We did some things that we needed to do to get there. So it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, focusing on the positives here today, Rolla's a darn good squad. And, of course, you take a look at what they've done on the season. They've played several Ozark Conference squads. They've come in. They've beat them by double digits. But then Waynesville, you play them good. You play them effective. You slow the tempo down. And, of course, you take a look. Ethan Brown, one of the best players in the Ozark Conference, goes through long stretches tonight of not scoring. What was really the game plan when you face a guy like Brown? Tall, young, fast, athletic, can play a guard at 6'4". What was kind of the game plan tonight on him?
We just played him as a basketball player. We're not doing, it's too many fancy things. Finn's a great athlete and very quick. And when he can get out there and put some pressure on him, that allows other players to get in a position to help. So, we did a nice job with him. When you can hold a team like that into 40-point range. And, it's just a shame right now that our offense isn't as good as our defense. We'd be winning these games. And we're about 5 possessions away from being a really good basketball team. And right now we just can't get over the hump.
Yeah, and so a player I wanted to talk about here tonight, Ethan Esquera, he's had himself a very good week. Had 19 points against West Plains, against probably one of the best post players we'll see all season long there, and then 14 again here tonight. I believe he had a good game against Rolla the first time around as well.
Absolutely.
And so he's really been one of the most improved players, I think, this year.
Oh, absolutely. I have to agree. I think, this team, it was about the last Rolla game that Fowler came out and actually started controlling the game and the tempo of the game and doing some different things. So we worked and we got our point guard position under control. And then the next one was Ethan, and he's just been knocking at the door, but he's starting to see some success. And when you see that success, then your opportunities, of course, will increase. And he's doing that. So we're one player away right now that could help us get over the hump, and we'll just keep plugging away at it and keep working.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the worst thing about the Ozark Conference is you got 2 more tough teams next week. You got Lebanon, and then you have Parkview later on in the week. And, of course, it all starts with Lebanon. That's always a fun game, 2 teams that, I guess you could say is a bit of a rivalry.
Sure. They've been in conference together for a long, long time. So look forward to that challenge. It'll be a whole different type of basketball team. They'll be a little bit smaller, a little quicker, probably play a little 5-man motion. I know that Coach Toombs likes that philosophy, and they beat Rolla the other night on a last-second shot by Caleb Ray. I coached him as a freshman. I really enjoys him and his family, and he will. He's having a great year. So I look forward to that little challenge as well.
Yeah, and of course I'll see you down there in Lebanon. So again,
all right.
Nice game as always, and of course we'll see you down in Lebanon, Coach.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Once again, Assistant Coach Bill Brown. The Tigers fall just a little bit short here tonight. Your final score here in this one, 43-41. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the scoring break here for you now. As take a look first at Waynesville, 23 first half points. They could not continue the pace into the second half, just 18 in the second half, but still 41 for the game. 2 scores in double digits tonight. Rayshawn Fowler, 14 points. Of course, didn't get that last shot to go in, but you got to give credit to Fowler. Had himself a good game here today. I challenged him at the beginning of the game, said he needed to kind of get back going here after the kind of disappointment of the West Plains game. He did here tonight. He has nothing to be ashamed of despite that final shot not falling here. 14 points for Fowler. Also picking up 14 points tonight, Ethan Esquera. Like I said, I have been really high on Esquera over the last few games. He's really starting to work it down low. Big, powerful. Of course, we'll get him back next year as well. So continuing to improve here. Definitely a player I've enjoyed watching here this season. 14 points for Esquera. Cody Black, of course, we'll have him for a couple more years. He had 7 points here in the second quarter tonight. 4 points for Jaden Cruz, and then 2 points for Tyrell Finn here today. Again, 41 total points here for Waynesville. Rolla, 43 points tonight. They were led by Ethan Brown. Only scored in 2 quarters tonight. Unfortunately, had the big third quarter where he picked up 10 points. Of course, 16 will lead all scorers here in this game. He was the only one in double digits for the Bulldogs tonight. 8 points for John Papadakis. All of his points came in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, could not stop Papadakis there, but 8 points for him. Joe Foster had 8, including a 3 in the final quarter. 3 points apiece for Jensen Thomas and Cameron Cooper, and then 5 points going back up the ladder here for Easton Smith. Waynesville falls to 9-14 here on the season. And of course, they'll continue their hunt for a win next week. We've got 2 more tough teams. I did receive a report from that game. Lebanon taking on Central here tonight. We will not see Central on the boys' side. There's a whole situation there, but Central is up 50-18 here on Lebanon at the half. That game's probably about over here by this point if they didn't already beat us there with a 32-point lead. But we will see Lebanon on Tuesday. We will be on the road on Tuesday for that matchup. Like I said, I will not be in my usual spot, but it looks like they've moved me up from the corner, up in the sky, down to the floor. So that'll be a whole lot of fun. Look forward to it. Always love going to Lebanon. Of course, it is kind of a thing intrastation-wise. Kevin Stubblefield, great voice for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. It's always kind of a big deal. It's always kind of fun here for me. But again, that'll be Tuesday at 7. That'll not be our next basketball broadcast, though. We're back here at home on Monday, as we will be here against the Lebanon Lady Yellow Jackets. That'll be a fun one. Lebanon, they are about 6-14, I believe. I didn't get an update on them from yesterday. I guess I could do that now, of course. So take a look here. Just takes a few clicks. 7-14. Lebanon won yesterday. They, I believe, played Central there. So we'll see the Lady Yellow Jackets here as Waynesville again looks for that 10th victory on both sides. Both teams now officially 9-13 on the year. Actually, nope, sorry, the boys are now 9-14. But that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, both games at 7 o'clock. You can tune in, as always, 15 minutes prior to pregame or tip-off here on 97.9 The Source. So my adrenaline's pumping. I'm going to sign off. I'm rambling at this point. For Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbit. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoyed definitely bringing it to you here tonight. Again, Waynesville unfortunately falls in this one 43-41. Until next time, you've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball right here on 97.9 The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Basketball on The Source 97.9 FM. Our games have been brought to you by Action Automotive, Tax Pros, and more. We Wonders Daycare, Rivard Heating and Cooling, the Marys County Bank, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland. Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Holland of Richland and John Gregory of Crocker, the Bank of Crocker. Paul's Furniture, St. Robert Auto Supply, Domino's Pizza, along with Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Post Pawn, Life Care Center, Ed Morris Ford, and Crawford Heating and Cooling. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's contest. Join us next time for more Tiger Basketball here on The Source.